Hi, it's Sean, the Fluency Awesomizer. This is Decoding Multi-Syllabic Words, episode 3. And speaking of 3, I've got 3 really big words I want to take a look at today. Let's get started. I want you to read these words right out loud. What's this first word? How about this one? And the third word. All right, were any of those tricky to read? Keep watching. I'm going to review those words, show you some strategies you might want to recall next time you're stuck with them, or words like those when you're reading independently, reading by yourself. First, a reminder of the fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, and the moral, slow and steady wins the race, which is great advice when you do come to a really big, unfamiliar word like this one. Think of these words as races. There is a finish line, and if you read like the hare, you might want to get to that finish line before anyone else. You'll zip through a big word like this. That's where mistakes can happen. But if you read like the tortoise, you take it slow and steady when you come to these words. And patience is definitely going to help improve your ability to decode them. Keep it in mind, let's practice. All right, this first word starts with the syllable fan. And that says gnat. That says tick. Yeah, there's the word fanatic. Not to be confused with fantastic, but fanatic. And it looks like collie. This is the word fanatically. It's an adverb. The root word is fanatic, which is a noun. And the origin of that word goes back to Latin, ancient Latin, fanaticus. And in Latin, it means enthusiastic. Like, ooh, like that penguin's pretty enthusiastic. You know who else is enthusiastic? Boy, that's a tough word right there. Enthusiastic. Cheerleaders. Yeah, cheerleaders are really enthusiastic. So fanaticus, this part of that word, the Latin word, became the English word fanatic. And fanatic, most people use the abbreviation fan instead of the word fanatic. And not that fan, like a sports fan, or you can be a fan of all kinds of things, music or even fans. Let's go fans, let's go fans. Fanatic, they put the suffix al on the end, you have the adjective fanatical. Let's go fanatical. And then put the ly suffix on the end of that. You got the adverb fanatically, and fanatically is a good word to illustrate for you how a lot of these big words are kind of like building blocks. Fanatic, that's a root word with a suffix and an additional suffix added onto it, and they come together to make a big word, fanatically. Now, this A-L-L-Y ending there, fanatically, sounds like you just pronounced the L-Y. There is an A-L there. All right, so all you spellers out there have to know fanatically. There's an extra syllable there, the A-L. All right, the second word I showed you starts with the syllable fren. There's net. There is an extra E. There's 2 E's in this word. Did you notice that? And there's tick. Frenetic is a word. And that ending, yeah, this is frenetically. Frenetically is an adverb, really big word. The root word is frenetic. That's an adjective. And the origin of that is in Greek, frenetikos, and Latin. There's a Latin word, freneticus. And you can, they both mean crazy or deranged. And notice the PH is making the F sound in both that Greek and Latin word. Now, this part of the Latin word freneticus turned into the old French word, or became the old French word, frenetique. There is a form of the French language referred to as Old French, and frenetique means also crazy, insane. And you can tell frenetique, the F is now making the F sound, it replaced the PH, and you can tell that that's where we got the English word frenetic. And today it's also used to mean delirious, right? Delirious, kind of like when everything's rushing so fast you can hardly think. Delirious, you feel delirious. Now there is a suffix A-L-L-Y that exists by itself. You add that to make the adverb frenetically. And this A-L-L-Y, that suffix, there's a rule about that suffix. You don't see it very often, but it's only used with words that end with IC, like basically, musically, technically, right? And frenetically. And the thing about that suffix is when you pronounce it, it's almost like you only hear the ly. So it's tricky to know that it is an A-L-L-Y in words that end with IC. Something to keep in mind, all you spellers. Frenetically, big word. Last word I showed you starts with fran, and there's tick, and there's the A-L-L-Y. Yeah, this is the word frantically. That's an adverb as well. root word is the adjective frantic. And the origin of that word is also that old French word frenetique, which, as I said, means crazy, or it meant in Old French, crazy, insane. And like I explained a moment ago, that was the origin of the English word frenetic. But if you say that old French word and leave one of those E's out, frantique, you can tell that that's the origin of the English word frantic. And that's an adjective. Today we use it to mean anxious. What? Who am I? Where am I? What do I do? What do I do? What do? Or hurried, like. And so with frantic, you add that suffix A-L-L-Y. You got the adverb frantically. And again, it sounds like there isn't an A-L there, frantically, when you pronounce it, but you have to know there is an A-L-L-Y suffix that's only added on towards the end with I-C. Frantically. All right, we're going to wrap up here with a fluency passage I've written as a challenge to you. I want you to read this out loud. Press pause when you see it, so give yourself plenty of time and read it out loud. I challenge you to read it. Try not to pause and try to read all the way to the end very confidently. Ready? When you mark, get set, pause. All right, that's going to do it for today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook. Tell a friend, a family member, or a teacher about me too. Spread the good word. And at my Facebook page, there's a photo album you can explore where I've written a lot of passages like the ones you just saw to help you practice decoding those big words and to awesomize your fluency. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Come back and see me soon. Bye.